welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for clicking on today's video. How are you all doing? So I am here with one of 3 Valentine's Day looks that I'm going to be doing on my channel. We're going to start off with this one because this one is nice, girly, sexy, fun, and it's basically just a quick tutorial on how I achieved the eye look and finished off the face. This is a look that I think can go with all kinds of outfits. So if you're wearing something red like I am, if you're wearing something white, if you're wearing something black, this is that kind of look that like doesn't fight with whatever else that you're wearing and just kind of complements it so well. It's so girly, it's so glam, I love it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with the video, but of course before we start, I can't go before I let you know. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, join the fam gang. It would be lovely to have you on board. Hi to all of my new subscribers. Thanks for joining. And if you haven't also, then please make sure to go follow me over on Instagram to keep up with my daily tidbits over there. Yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so as usual, eyebrows are done, eyelids are primed with my Makeup Revolution concealer. You guys know the drill. So this look, I'm going to be using 2 products basically for the eye look, and that is number 1, the Huddah Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. You guys have seen my review on this. I really like this palette and I like the colorways in there. There are some things that could be, I think, tweaked a little bit to make it a little bit better, but generally it's a good palette. And then I'm using a blush. So I've got this single blush that I've had for a while. It's kind of like a peachy corally colour. This colour is really hard to find in eyeshadow palettes. I don't know. I own quite a few palettes and I haven't ever found this colour or something very close to it in a palette. So I'm using this as one of my eyeshadows today. And that's a tip, by the way. Things like blush, I use them as eyeshadows. I use eyeshadows as blushes. Mix it up, guys. You don't have to stick to the same thing. Right. So first things first, as per usual, and that's to go in and lay down transition colour. So I am going into the colour Addis, which is this kind of terracotta-y kind of colour down here. And just with a big fluffy brush, because we don't want this to be too much. I'm just applying this quite high up above my crease and almost to my brow bone. Then now I'm going into that shade and I'm using a fluffy shader brush and picking up quite a bit of it. And then I'm just going to start applying this on to my lid. I'm just using a packing motion, which is basically just to try and distribute as much pigment as I can get onto my lid. I am going to blend other colours into this, so I'm not too worried about it looking perfect per se. Just apply it on because this is kind of going to be the colour in the centre. Okay, I'm going back with that same brush that I used earlier. I've not added any more colour, but I'm just going to help blend those 2 together. You know the drill, team no harsh lines. Alright, time now to start working on the outer corner, and for that I am going into this shade right here. It's called Dakar. It's a beautiful like burgundy red kind of colour, and then I'm going to tap in just a teeny bit of G-Bud, which is above it there, which is that really nice deep dark brown. I want to get some really nice depth in this outer corner. So just a little bit at a time. I don't want it to be too overwhelming. So I'm working this into that crease, in that socket area, and I'm just using back and forth and round circular motions. Once I've got the colour kind of how I want, I'm going in with a fluffy brush that has a lot of movement and just to try and help blend those colours together. Okay, and now I want to put on a shimmer onto the inner corner of my lid. So I'm just grabbing any flat shader brush and spritzing my brush. And then I'm going into the shade Habarone, which is a kind of champagne-y gold. Yeah, a champagne gold. And I'm just picking this up onto this brush, and I'm going to use this on my inner corner. Nope. This sometimes happens with shimmer shades that are quite soft. They only like to be applied with fingers. But I'm not a kind of finger application girl because I feel as though I can't be as precise as I want to be. So if you're like me, then grab yourself some concealer and cut this crease. So that's what I'm going to do. I've just picked up some concealer and I'm going to just carve out a little bit of my crease. This will give that shimmer shade something to stick to. Okay, so something like that. Then I'm going to go back into that shade and now start applying the shimmer on top. It's still being a little bit stubborn, so I'm going to have to go in with my finger. There we go. Just for the bits where my finger can reach. Okay, now that I've applied that colour in on the inner bit, then I'm going to go back to the blush coral shade, and I'm just going to reapply that to the centre of my lid. Just over that concealer to blend those two colours in together. And then going back into Dakar again, just to help blend the outer portion in with the outer V. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so let me go ahead and do this other eye off camera and pop on some lashes and do the rest of my face, and then I'll be back to finish off the eyes. Alright, so I am back. I have done a cheeky little wing liner and popped some lashes on and finished off the rest of my face. I'll include all the details down below of what I have used on my face if you are interested. So now just time to finish up the bottom of the eye and just help everything balance all together. So I'm just reaching for small pencil brush, and I'm going to go back into the shade Addis first, just to add a little bit of colour under the eye. Then with a small smudge brush going into that shade Dakar, and I'm just going to take this right up right next to my waterline. I'm just going to smudge it across there. To balance out the drama up the top, I'm going to give myself a little bit of black liner in my waterline. Not all the way in, just about halfway in. I don't want to close off the eye too much. And then a little bit of mascara for my non-existent bottom lashes. This is the Maybelline Push Up Drama Mascara. Okay, time for lips, and I'm going to be using a combo of the Joanna K Cosmetics in the shade Free Spirit and Crayons and Ink in the shade Honey. Time to set my face with the NYX Matte Setting Spray. Be right back. Alright guys, this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I really like this look. It's a girly but a little bit sultry, and I think you could wear this for, of course, Valentine's Day, which is part of the idea behind this video, but also if you've got like a nice hot date, if you're in a wedding, this is the kind of look that gives enough intrigue but isn't a little bit too dramatic. I love that shade Dakar. Honestly, I need it in a single, please, Huddah. because it just gives richness. It's like an aubergine shade that looks just so pretty on deep skin and deepens up the corner without it looking too heavy. Sometimes we're tempted to go in with like a black or a really deep dark brown, but you don't need to do that. Pick something like this and it just kind of gives you what you need. I'm enjoying this lip. Perfect, just nice pared down nude to balance that out. Of course, if you want, you can go in with a gloss. You can even go in with a bold lip if you want. You know, it's really just up to you. I'm hoping you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.